All right. Good morning, everybody. Danny and Wanda back from Pecan Grove. We are out here at our, we call it our Ms. Eleanor apple. I think it's actually Anna. We call it Ms. Eleanor because we used her technique to grow it. And it does have apples on it. This year we picked our biggest apples ever off of this tree. So I want to take, and I want to air graft this tree to go over to Pecan Grove with us, so that we have some of her old ways with us, I guess we might say. So I'm trying to look here and determine where I want to choose a limb. This one usually is sticking straight out, and it's hard to mow under here, so I think I'm going to try this limb right here. Now, I may have to trim it back a little in the future, but right now, we're not going to worry about it too much. We're going to take our knife, and we're going to cut all the way around. Below the node right there. There's a node right here on the bottom side right here. We're going to go right below that node. We're going to cut all the way around. We'll come down about an inch, inch and a half. We're going to do it again. Now, always try to choose limbs that you're going to take out anyway. That way, if it fails, you haven't really lost anything, because it was going to come out anyhow. Now, some trees, the bark slips on them real good. I've not done an apple off of this tree yet, so I don't know how well the bark is going to slip. I don't know how thick it is. I don't know how deep it is. Looks like it's going to come off fairly easy if I got a good cut all the way around it. That's the problem when you're cutting away from you on the other side. Sometimes, oh, there's a node right there. I see what the problem is. Okay, but that's not going to affect anything. Make sure I got a good cut over here. That node is one thing that will make it a little bit more difficult. So let's just move over to this side. I'm trying to get under that cambium layer right there. This one's got a thick cambium layer on it, really thick.
Thicker than any of the others you've done.
Yeah, this one's really thick.
Healthy tree.
Good healthy tree, yeah. A lot of y'all probably want to know what's the date. This is July the 7th. So
we'll come back in about
probably about the 14th to the 21st, somewhere through that area.
Check on them.
Now you want to scrape this to make sure, just to be sure that you don't have any cambium left. Because if you have the cambium left, then it's going to be feeding this limb and it's not going to make any roots. Now there's always a possibility that none of it will take. But the next process we're going to use, we're going to take our rooting hormone, and this came from just Amazon. It's Hormex. Hormex. I'll get it right here in a minute. Hormex.
For tough
to root stuff.
We got the heavy duty stuff just because.
Yeah, I figure I need all the help I can get.
If you're gonna pay for something, why get the cheap, maybe works compared to this? Yeah. Ought to do better. I think you need to swap.
I think I need to swap ends on my Q-tip, don't I?
We got more. It ain't like you're gonna
actually
run out
a brush would work better for this, to be honest with you.
It probably would. Some people just tap the bottle on there and stuff, but you lose a lot.
You lose a lot of it,
and you can use natural stuff like willow, onions, honey, aloe, and we've got plenty of aloe. We could have.
Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to do something a little bit different here in a minute. I'm going to leave this just to be safe, because this is such a big limb. Alright guys, I'm fixing to do something a little bit different here, because I don't like the fact that that limb is as dry as it is out there on the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of this rooting hormone here, just to make sure I get a good coating of it. I'm going to wrap it up around that tree right there.
And you can use anything other than Ziploc. It could be Coke bottles or juice bottles or
anything,
plastic wrap, whatever you have to have
anything you can close off. Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Seal it.
We just happen to have the
And you can use
Ziploc.
Anything to tie with. It doesn't have to be a zip tie.
No, zip ties just make it way simpler.
When you're doing it by yourself.
Yeah, when you're trying to hold it and do it.
And can you take limbs off this tree and put in the pond? Would it work?
You probably could.
Or is apple harder?
Apples are a little bit harder. I've learned in all my years of grafting apples. And guys, the only reason I'm doing it this way is because we're already in our 60s. And, you know, for us to have to wait many, many years for an apple tree to actually grow big enough to make an apple and all that kind of stuff, you know, then we'd be in our 70s. And we kind of would like to make sure we have stuff before then. So that's why we're choosing to go this route. Plus, these trees are part of our heritage.
And they're proven.
They have proven that they will bear. A lot of the rootstock you get now comes from up north, and it may not do in the deep south. We know this one will do because it has bore some of the biggest apples we've had.
And no bug damage. And
no bug damage whatsoever.
Beautiful apples.
Beautiful apples, but that's it. If you want to have heavy-duty aluminum foil, shiny part to the outside, guys, that's basically all there is to it, to be honest with you. Now, I will probably come back. You've got a lot of little nodes coming out right there. I probably will come back once this thing roots, and I'm probably going to clip it off. Matter of fact, I may go ahead and do it now.
You don't think that would hinder the process?
I don't think it'll hinder the process. I think it will probably may help it a little bit. I didn't bring any pruners or loppers with me, but this will give me a good shape. One here, one here, one here, one here, and one here. And I like my apple tree, like you see this one here. See, we don't really have one main leader coming up. We got two trunks, and we have multiple limbs coming out. And we don't have just like one main tree. I don't believe in doing the one main tree thing on these trees. So I want to try to see if I can't. I didn't bring any pruners with me here. My knife is getting a little bit dull. There we go. Now, guys, we're going to go ahead and graft another limb or two on the tree here. I'm not going to bore you with sitting there going, I showed you the technique. But if you want to see the figs, you can go over to Deepsouth Homestead. I did a figs on Deepsouth Homestead. We've got mulberries, pears, and the apples are here on Pecan Grove. There'll be 3 separate videos. You can watch each one of them and see the process that I used on them. Some things, there's multiple processes you can use, and some things there's not. Now, I do eventually want to do a pecan tree. I've never done a pecan tree in my life. I believe it can work, but I'm not 100% sure. So we're going to do that in the future also. So stay with us, guys, and we'll bring you back in maybe 7 days, maybe 14 days. We'll keep checking it to see when we see roots coming out into the clear bag and see how it fares. Now, this is a big limb to graft. I'm probably going to graft some smaller ones to make sure that I get a little bit better success rate, but I just had to try a big one because I want to know if I can air graft a big limb and make it produce a lot quicker. Okay guys, we have now air grafted 2 limbs on the apple tree. So we'll check back with you in say 7, 14 days, 21 days. We'll keep checking to see what kind of root system we got, because I'm not going to take them off until I know I have a real good root system, especially in the heat of the summer. So hang in there and watch us. Thank you guys from Pecan Grove.